Going along here, Locked On SEC, and we are getting ready for the start of yet another SEC baseball season. And one of the big names to watch for when it comes to SEC baseball is LSU outfielder Dylan Crews, who, had a fantastic freshman season last year. And now expectations go even higher. Expect even bigger things out of him this coming season at LSU. And Dylan Crews joins us right now. Dylan, what's going on, man? Welcome in.
How you doing, man? I'm doing great. Just hanging here at the house in Florida and just training, trying to get ready for this next season.
Yeah, the next season will be here before we know it. And, man, it's so funny. I was looking through your bio and the stats last year, and it's like all these accolades, from 2021 National Freshman of the Year, 2021 All-American, all this. It's like, man, it's such a great year. How do you top that, going into your sophomore season? Like, what are some of the things you've worked on or been focused on this offseason?
Yeah, honestly, obviously I want to get better at everything. There's going to be a lot of expectations going into this year. It's very important for me not to let those expectations get to me and kind of just play the game I've always been playing. And, I'm going to trust the process and trust the training that I do down here. And, I'm going to go out there and give it all I got and just, again, play the game that I've always been playing ever since I was little.
You came to LSU to play for Coach Paul Maneri, who obviously is a Hall of Famer, and decided to hang it up and retire and call it a career. And it was an extensive coaching search. LSU searched long and far for who their next coach would be, and they find Jay Johnson, who, man, if you've never heard the name, all you need to do is Google him and just start seeing this guy has been a winner everywhere he's been so far. What were your initial impressions of Coach Jay Johnson, and what can we expect out of him this year at LSU?
No, Jay's been great. He's been awesome this fall. One thing that stood out to me was how his enthusiasm and his energy that he brings to the field every single day. It kind of carries on to us players, and we're getting 1% better every single day. During practice, we focus on one thing at a time and master it as best as we can. And, as soon as we do that, we go on to the next thing. So I feel like this is going to be a good year for us, and I feel like we're in great hands.
How lethal can this lineup be this year? I mean, as good as you guys were offensively last year, top to bottom, all the guys you bring back and the new additions, I mean, it seems like there's a chance this lineup will be even better than last year's team.
Yeah, I agree. Last year we had a great lineup, a lot of guys through the whole lineup. I believe this year will even be even better. We got guys like Jacob Berry, bunch of JUCO guys, Reselman, Jason Bowman. A lot of those guys, I feel like those guys will contribute and help us compete for a national championship and hopefully go to Omaha.
What is what's the latest with the hair, by the way? Because I'm seeing all these pictures of you from last year, and are we doing something different with the hair this year? What are we planning to do with it?
No, we got the mullet still. I cleaned it up. Got some stripes going on right now, but yeah, I had to come down in Florida and clean it up a little bit.
Okay.
Shout out to my girl that does that for me. She's great, but yeah, I'm sticking with the mullet this year.
Okay, so you're not cutting it at all. We're rolling with it, huh?
No.
Okay. Thought you mentioned it a little bit, but just some thoughts on the new additions, some of the new guys you were able to meet this this fall and preparing for the 2022 season. Just thoughts on a couple of the new guys who've come in so far.
Yeah, like I said, we got Eric Reselman, Jason Bowman, a lot of the freshman guys, especially. They are coming in with a chip on their shoulders, and they're contributing very well and fulfilling those shoes and expectations that they have. So from top to bottom, I feel like this is going to be a great lineup, a great set of guys that we have this year. I'm really excited for this year, and it's going to be a great year, I believe.
You're obviously when you talk about LSU, there's always high expectations at LSU. You embrace that? I mean, is it almost you kind of have to expect that? Look, these fans expect greatness, but it's kind of fun too, right? Having those high expectations that everybody out there is expecting you to deliver and come up big.
Yeah, no doubt. Definitely playing here at LSU, there's a lot of expectations and high expectations. It's part of the reason why I came here, because I want to challenge myself and, hopefully fulfill those expectations. But I can't let those expectations get to me. Like I said, I've been playing this game ever since I was little. So, I know what I got to do, and I'm going to trust the training that I'm doing down here. And, I'm going to go up this season with with just going out there, leaving it all on the field.
Continue our conversation with the 2021 National Freshman of the Year, Dylan Cruz. Dylan, thoughts on your first year playing in the SEC? I mean, it's one thing to observe it from afar and hear about it, but man, to play in it and go into some of these opposing hostile environments, what was that like playing in, I mean, some of these really just rabid fan bases across the SEC?
No, it was great. It was great. Definitely wasn't what I was expecting, for sure. I now know that the SEC is not something to play with, and those crowds can be rough, and it's very, very hard to kind of keep your head straight. But I now know what to expect, and I'm gonna go in there and be ready for those games.
And look, you guys played. I mean, there were some packed houses in places you went, but there were still some COVID protocols and all that. I mean, this year, you're probably going to have even bigger crowds this year playing in some even more hostile environments. So that'll be fun. But on the flip side, man, a packed Alec Box Stadium, nothing's better than that, right?
Yeah, no doubt, no doubt. Yeah, it's crazy. I always say, I really haven't got that full experience yet over at Alex Box. I really want to host a regional and host a super regional over there and see how packed that place can get.
You guys obviously, I mean, you rallied at a great moment and were able to get to the postseason and make a nice little run for Coach Maneri's last hurrah. But looking around, I mean, seeing what the other SEC teams, obviously Mississippi State going and winning it all. I mean, the road doesn't get any easier, right? Because all the other teams in the SEC are just loaded with talent.
Yeah, I think the big thing with us last year was that we were always in those 1 or 2 run games. I feel like this year with Coach Jay, he's going to make those games. He's going to help us out win those games, those 1 run, 2 run games, and hopefully get us on top of those games. And I mean, just those games right there, they're separators for sure. I mean, for SEC play and ranking wise, So Jay's working out with us on that, and I think that's a big separator for this year.
It's so interesting, Dylan, when you look across Major League Baseball and a lot of the big league arms, a lot of those guys were Friday night starters in the SEC. And it feels like, man, you go through a gauntlet facing those Friday night starters in the SEC. What was the biggest challenge for you in seeing some of those big arms when you start SEC play every weekend?
Yeah. No, I mean, I've seen those guys. I've seen guys, mid-90 guys in high school through showcases and all that. I think the biggest thing was, minimizing my strike zone, not trying to get too big sometimes. And, those guys over there, they have a great staffs on their side of the field. They know how to pitch you. So really just minimizing on my plan and in my zone, having a plan up there every at bat, and just fulfilling that AB and, not change anything.
You had 39 walks last year, and obviously you talk about, keeping that strike zone and not expanding and not swinging at things outside the zone. Is that maybe something you think you build on even higher, work up bigger walks, and even when you're not swinging at things, you're still finding ways to get on base?
Yeah, I mean, I believe I didn't strike out as much as I did last year. I think I'm working on it right now. Minimizing my strike zone, having that plan, and not trying to expand my zone really. I feel like I want to have more walks than strikeouts this year, and that's one of my goals. And yeah, I'm trying to fulfill that.
Just a couple more for you. You got to play for the USA Collegiate National Team. Obviously, that's a tremendous honor. What was that like for you?
It was great. It was awesome playing for all those guys. Bunch of talent out there. All the coaches, the staff. It was great. I had a great time over there, and competing against those guys.
All right, last thing, Dylan. Most important thing. How much thought have we put into what will be the walk-up song this year?
I got to stick with the one I had last year for sure. Coming off a pretty good year, I got to stick with it. I can't change anything.
What was it? What did you have last year?
It was called Calabria 2008.
Okay. Come on, there's the easy one out there is Cruz by Florida Georgia Line.
Yeah.
Is that too easy?
I thought about it. Taking my official visits to the stadium and listening to all those guys' walk-up songs. There's a good beat. I've noticed the trend, and I picked Calgary in 2008, and it worked out really well. So I think I got to stick with it.
All right. Well, here's the deal, Dylan. You got LSU football. Brian Kelly, new head coach coming in, putting together a great recruiting class. High expectations for LSU football moving forward. Will Wade's killing it with the basketball team, doing their thing. Kim Mulkey's got the women rolling. So, man, I'm just saying, you guys got to keep this thing going here. Y'all got to hit the ground running for LSU baseball, right?
We do. We're kind of getting out of the trench we were in for a little while. Getting new staffs, great recruits. I feel like we're on the come up right now, and it's only up from here. So I think we're gonna have a great year. I'm really excited with what the athletics are doing, from football, baseball, and basketball. Everything. It's just I feel like we're on the come up, and like I said, it's only up from here.
Dylan, great stuff, man. Thanks so much for the time. I really appreciate it.
Of course, thank you.
All right, there you have it. That's Dylan Cruz of the LSU baseball team. More right after this.